everyone, I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about No Words by Meg Cabot, which I got off of NetGalley.
Same.
So this book is about Jo Wright. And Jo is like an international best-selling children's author. She has a series, I think they said 27 books, and it was of kitty cats, kitten babysitter. It's been turned into a TV show. It's got merch. It's a big deal. And Jo, a couple years, like in the last year, had been insulted. I was trying to think of a different word, but that's a good word, by Will Price, because they were both caught up in a plagiarism scandal. Somebody stole from both of them. And he's like this like huge international fiction writer, kind of like a Nicholas Sparks, but darker. And he said in an interview that he doesn't know why anybody would steal from her because children's books aren't worth stealing from. So that hurt her soul. So she gets invited to Little Bridge Island, because this is part of the Little Bridge Island book series, to do this big festival. The library system's having a first time huge festival. And she doesn't want to go because he lives there. But then everybody's like, oh, he's not going to be there. So she flies down there, and what do you know? He's there. And she's rightfully upset, and he's kind of clueless. And as they spend time together, the enemies turn to different kinds of feelings.
Yeah.
Yep.
As you talk, like, I wanted different things to happen in the story. Like, I guess I liked the framework of the story, and I liked the characters kind of, but I wanted them to do different things, I guess. But I never really liked the main character. She was annoying, and she used these cat puns, which like would have been funny every so often, but
it was too much. It was way too much.
Yeah, and then like she just wouldn't let the insult go, but we never really got to know like what, like, was it a yo mama joke? Like, how bad was it?
Right, because
he just won't let it go.
Because like, what is he saying? Because does he say something like, you know, like this person who stole their books, if she was writing serious adult historical fiction, and he'd say, well, it was quite odd that she chose to steal from a children's book about a cat, that wouldn't be unreasonable, you know? So we never knew what he said. And
because like the main character would not let it go for, I mean, over 90% of the book would
and like
not
he apologized
multiple times, and he does it genuinely.
And it was like he genuinely didn't know, and like he explained what happened at that time and like what was going on. And I get that it was supposed to be that she was fighting her feelings, but I don't know. I feel like the first book in this series like set a really high bar and was really charming. And this one and the previous book, I just didn't enjoy as much.
I mean, but there were pieces and parts that I did enjoy. Like I said, I guess I wish she had given up her grudge much sooner. Like, I think I would have enjoyed more of the steamy romance, because like, honestly, there was more steam in the fake books than there were in the actual story.
Right. Well, and I feel like I never really got to know, like, you never know anything really about Jo beyond like the basic things. I liked the stuff at the book festival. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was fun.
I liked the stuff with his sister.
Yes.
The secondary storyline with the author who had some issues. The other
author.
Yes. I appreciate what she was trying to do there, because that's something that has come out recently. Yeah. And I mean, and it's a Meg Cabot book, so it reads fast.
Yeah.
It's got some quirkiness, but yeah. Honestly, I didn't necessarily like the narrative voice. And I will admit, like, whenever she gets upset and she's like, my whiskers, I'm like,
Your head. Like, I get that she writes, I don't know, it's my whiskers every single time. Like, it'd be one thing if you did it like once or twice, but every single time.
Like, it's 10, 15 times in a book, and you're like, make it stop.
Yeah.
And I feel like I feel like the emotions switched really quick.
Yeah. I guess I'm just coming back to like the whole My Whiskers thing because it really did bug me. But like the thing is, like if anybody who would have a problem with that, like we would be the least likely to have a problem with it because like we are surrounded by children's literature. Like we understand like how important that is. And so like it sounds like I'm being flippant about and like kind of falling into the camp of, well, children's literature is not as good as adult literature, and that's totally not it. It just like didn't fit the tone, like the voice.
It didn't fit the voice. She didn't sound like a grown-up writer. She was supposed to have written 27 books and had like television deals brokered, and she was supposed to be successful. Like they talk about, she was successful. She had like this great retirement fund, but it just didn't make sense. That reminds me, there was this movie called, was it called Young Adult, where Charlize Theron plays a young adult author. And I thought that the way they presented, like they kept talking about young adult literature was so condescending. I almost left the theater.
That stinks.
Yeah.
I never liked that.
Yeah, it really bugged me. Because it was kind of like she was supposed to be like stuck in high school and that's why she could do that. Why she could write books like us. Like it was like a Gossip Girl book series she was supposed to have written, and it was supposed to be like, and I don't know, and that kind of feels like this too. Like she had this like, but they also talk about how like she had this hard life and how she hadn't gotten to have this great childhood. So I feel like you could have explored that a little bit more.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I think this book is what it promises to be. I mean, it was supposed to come out earlier. It was supposed to be like a fluffy beach read that you don't have to think about. And it's a Meg Cabot book, so it's got, you know, if you're a big Meg Cabot fan, like this is going to be all in. I liked the book festival stuff because it's been so long since I've been to a book festival.
I know, right? I miss book festivals.
But it didn't add anything new to the conversation.
Right.
Should we rate it?
Yep, let's rate it.
Our rating system goes from the top from 5 unicorns down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
I'm at 3. I mean, it was a solid, fluffy romance book. There were things that I would have changed about it, which is why it isn't a 4 or higher. But it was, you know, I mean, it's a solid book that I would probably recommend.
Right. I'm at a 3 as well. I think fans of the rest of the series will enjoy this. It's what you expect. It wasn't, you know, it was fine. It was quick. So that is where we are on No Words, and we'll see you around.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.